Welcome to Auto Evolution Hub, where classic machines come alive and forgotten stories roar back to life. Today, we rewind to 1958, the year when America's biggest automaker, General Motors, faced its most shocking fall, and then, in just 12 months, pulled off one of the greatest comebacks in automotive history. This is not just about cars, it's about pride, mistakes, and redemption written in chrome. By the mid-1950s, General Motors was untouchable. Its cars symbolized freedom, success, and the booming American dream. But when 1958 rolled in, the dream took a sharp turn. GM's new lineup, huge, flashy, and overloaded with chrome, arrived at the worst possible time. A nationwide recession had hit. Families were cutting back. And suddenly, the cars that once defined luxury now looked like dinosaurs. So, what went wrong? GM built its 1958 models with heavier frames, more chrome, and longer bodies, believing Americans wanted extravagance, but the nation was changing. European imports like Volkswagen and Fiat were stealing attention with their simplicity and efficiency. GM was trapped in its own success, chasing beauty instead of practicality. To the public, those 1958 cars looked like rolling jukeboxes. Gorgeous, yes, but completely out of touch. Inside GM's Detroit headquarters, panic spread fast. The reports were devastating: sales down, profits vanishing, dealers demanding change. Chevrolet's numbers dropped. Buick and Oldsmobile stumbled. Even Cadillac, the crown jewel, began to wobble. GM's empire was cracking from within, so the executives gathered. Smoke filled the room. Voices clashed, then came the order that would define the company's future: we start over. Everything changes for 1959. And then, 1959, GM unleashed a new generation of cars that looked straight out of science fiction. Designers took inspiration from the jet age: tailfins soared, windshields curved like fighter canopies, and bodies hugged the ground. The 1959 Cadillac Eldorado became a symbol of American confidence. Massive fins, bold chrome, unstoppable presence. The Chevrolet Impala turned heads across the nation. Sleek and elegant, defining cool for a generation. In 1 year, GM went from outdated to iconic. The 1958 disaster taught GM a priceless lesson: success isn't about size or shine, it's about listening, adapting, and daring to change. The company's arrogance turned into humility, its overconfidence into innovation, and that transformation reignited the American auto industry. The 1959 lineup didn't just save GM, it reminded America why it fell in love with cars in the first place. The 1958 disaster taught GM a priceless lesson: success isn't about size or shine, it's about listening, adapting, and daring to change. The company's arrogance turned into humility, its overconfidence into innovation, and that transformation reignited the American auto industry. The 1959 lineup didn't just save GM, it reminded America why it fell in love with cars in the first place.